I got engaged to a blind Duke. Episode 190. Marin woke up early in the morning and headed to the main house. The longer the Emperor's approval was delayed, the more Gerald's mood was sinking. So she decided to spend the entire day for him. Marin, who had decided to have breakfast together, was heading to the office when she stopped in front of Oliver's administrative office for the first time in a while. And she looked at the bright corridor illuminated by the light from the window side. In the past, this place had felt like it was divided by lines of black and white, but it seemed like a really long time ago. Come to think of it, he really heard everything when I called him a coward. Just as Marin was blushing at the dark history that came to mind again and was about to hurry away, the side door of Oliver's administrative office opened. That place was Oliver's bedroom. The aide is quite diligent. Marin was about to smile and greet him, but the person who closed the door and came out was a very unexpected figure. Marin rubbed her eyes and stared at that figure. Shiren? Why are you coming out of there? Marin's trembling pupils alternately swept over Oliver's bedroom door and Shiren. It seemed like she had witnessed a situation she shouldn't have seen. Hey, Lady Marin. Good morning. Shiren raised one hand and smiled refreshingly. Oh, good morning. No, that's not it. Shiren, why are you here? When Marin pointed at Oliver's room with her finger, Shiren smiled mischievously. We had drinks. Ah, I see. She must have stayed up all night drinking. Only then did Marin's tense shoulders relax. She had been frozen stiff, thinking she might have appeared at a moment she shouldn't have witnessed. Recalling her memory of drinking with Shiren before, it wasn't particularly strange. She would have drunk all night with Shiren too if Gerald hadn't come to pick her up. We fell asleep while drinking, you know. Ha ha ha. Shiren burst into refreshing laughter. Marin flinched at the mention of sleeping, but soon took it purely at face value. Because of that bet you mentioned before? Yeah. That's right. You look fine for having drunk all night? Ah, I exercised. Huh? Just as Marin was contemplating the correlation between alcohol and exercise, the bedroom door opened again. When Shiren turned around, Marin was naturally hidden behind the tall Shiren. Shiren. You left your underwear behind. Underwear? Marin covered her mouth with both hands and squeezed her eyes shut. Ah, that? I left it on purpose. Shiren answered nonchalantly. What? What did she say? Marin was so shocked that she covered her mouth even tighter in case a scream might escape. Wow, this friend. She's really amazing. Wait, this isn't the time to be impressed. I shouldn't hear any more of this. Marin moved her hands from her mouth to her ears. Can't hear. Can't see. I was going to use that as an excuse to come again next time. Ah, such deep meaning. Then I'll take good care of it. Oliver's voice, trembling with shyness, was cut off in the middle. Lady Marin? It was a voice that sounded like he was being strangled. Can't see. Can't hear. When she covered her ears with the hands that had been covering her mouth, her voice burst out. Lady Marin, why are you here? No, since when? No, right now, this situation is, well. Oliver was rambling incoherently, and Marin stuck close to Shiren's back, covering her ears and continuing to chant. Can't see. Can't hear. Shiren, caught between them, looked at both people in turn and smiled broadly. How cute. Shiren, Oliver looked at Shiren with a tearful face. I'm hungry, so I'll go first. Lady Marin, see you again. Oliver, I'll see you often. Shiren winked at Oliver and left. When the screen disappeared, Marin blushed and hung her head low, avoiding Oliver's gaze. I didn't hear anything and didn't see anything. Actually, I confessed to Shiren. The two people who spoke simultaneously looked at each other with surprised faces. You confessed? You just said you don't know anything? Oliver smiled awkwardly. I don't know anything, but the confession was successful, right? Yes, Oliver raised his hand to his reddened nape, then quickly stuffed the underwear he was holding into his gown pocket. Congratulations. Thank you. But to His Grace the Duke, Oliver gave her an earnest look full of meaning. Yes. I'll keep it secret. Thank you. When an awkward silence settled between them, Marin quickly turned around. I'll go have breakfast. I'll prepare for work. The two people quickly scattered to their respective paths as if being chased by someone. The middle-aged knight guarding the front of the castle gate looked down at the small children standing before him with a perplexed expression. You came here for what? To meet the rabbit, the red-haired young boy whispered with an intimidated face. Rabbit, 5 fingers. The girl with red hair tied on both sides spread 5 fingers wide and grinned. Are you village children? Yes. How far is it from here to the village that you came all this way? The middle-aged knight looked down at the children with a troubled expression. It wasn't a distance these small children could walk from the village to the Duke's castle. Father delivers milk to the Duke's castle every day. Ah, so you're Mr. Milhigh's children? Yes. When the Duke's castle knight recognized his father, Ronnie nodded his head proudly with a pleased expression. Where is your father now? He went inside to make deliveries. We're waiting here. Then you should wait quietly. You want to see the rabbit? Well, my younger sister really loves rabbits. I want to see the rabbit. I want to say hello to the rabbit. The girl clenched her small fists tightly and stamped her feet. The middle-aged knight, who had been pondering for a moment, spotted Ubis passing by behind him and called out. Ubis, come here. I don't want to. He quickly grabbed the back of the neck of the boy who was trying to escape. It seemed like this had happened before. Hey, you brat. Don't you ever listen even when the year changes? Because it seems like you're going to make me do something annoying. Go to Lady Marin and ask if it's okay to let the village children in to see the rabbit. Only then did Ubis crane his neck and look at the village children. Got it. I'll be back quickly. Good. The middle-aged knight watched Ubis run off, then turned his gaze to look at the children. Wait here for now. Yes. Yeah. The two children nodded their heads, then held hands and stepped aside. They were siblings who got along well. Before long, Ubis appeared with Marin. Lady Marin, greetings. The middle-aged knight saluted Marin with a stiff expression. It's been a while. Marin also greeted him with a gentle smile. He was the knight who had blocked her path that night when she came to the Duke's castle to get an advance payment. Since then, he must have been scolded a lot by butler Sebastian, as he became very tense whenever he saw her. Village children came? Yes. They're over there. The children were crouched on the ground, playing with dirt. Marin approached the children and greeted them warmly. Hello. Hello. Ronnie, startled by seeing Marin, jumped up from his spot and bowed his head. Minnie smiled brightly and waved both hands. Marin immediately recognized the children that Bunny had protected. You're the children who played with the rabbit. When Marin asked kindly, Ronnie answered with a frozen expression. Yes. My younger sister said she wanted to greet the rabbit. I'm sorry. No. There's nothing to be sorry about. Our rabbit will be happy to see you too. Ronnie's eyes wavered. Was it okay to get permission this easily? But do your parents know? No. Ronnie shrank back with an expression that said what he feared had come. Marin, watching him, turned to look at the middle-aged knight. Do you know the children's father? Yes. He's the one who delivers milk. If the children's father comes, please guide him to where the rabbit is. Yes, understood. The middle-aged knight answered in a crisp voice. Shall we go then? Marin extended her hands to the children as if asking them to hold them. Yeah. Yes. As expected, a brave younger sister. Watching Minnie eagerly grab Marin's outstretched hand, Ronnie was once again amazed by his younger sibling.